All right, guys, on tonight's double feature, we're going to change the blades on this Saturn, and we're going to replace this Adapter Hunter Original. So with regard to the Saturn here, this one has the wood grain blades mounted with the brackets on the top side, which is completely valid for this particular model of fan. This is indeed the Gallery Edition 21032T in bright brass and bright copper with the peach light fixture. I've done it exactly like the catalog with the exception of using 4 blades instead of 5. Now you'll notice that they show some of the Saturns with the irons on top, like you see here, and then in other photos and other catalogs and brochures you see them at the bottom. You could really do it either way with this fan. So what I have in stock tonight is a pair of black Saturn blades with the Saturn rings that we're going to swap on here. So we have a brass and copper fan with black blades, and then this 2-speed R&M Adapter Original is too noisy as a bedroom fan. I hear it at night when I'm sleeping. It's got to go. So that's gonna get replaced with a brand new Casablanca that I have right here. This is Panama. So let's see, this is model 6673G. What we have here is a brand new in the box, oil rubbed bronze K55, or well, they call it XLP 2000, but 4-speed Panama. And that's a pretty rare combination to have the XLP 2000 motor with 4-speed. 4-speed typically went with the XTR 200 skeletal motor. So here's the paperwork it comes with. This didn't come with it. I printed this off. This is the Casablanca serial number chart that you can use to figure out how old your fan is, decode the serial number. And then let's take a look at what's inside the box here. So we've got the down rod, plastic down rod ball. Got the blade irons. This is again finish 73, oil rubbed bronze. So let's see, we got several of those. We have a pull chain switch to use for a light kit, some pull chain fobs, hang screw canopy, hang screw mounting bracket, mounting hardware. It's really stuck on this fan motor. Let's take that out of the way and get into this. So we have got a Panama 4-speed oil rub bronze motor here. It's amazing how much they kept doing things the same over the years. So let's see. The serial number tag for this fan is going to be up here. And the serial number is LTT04. That's the part we care about. Let's see, what did I do with that sheet here? So we bring the sheet back into focus here. L means that it was made in December. TT means 2008, and it was the 4th day of the month. So it was made December 4th, 2008. I personally find it amazing that a 2008 Casablanca is essentially the same as a 1980s Casablanca in terms of what you get in the box and how it's assembled and put together and packaged. Pretty much the same fans, which is why we loved them for so long until they finally buckled, sold out to Hunter, and now they don't make anything like this anymore, and what they have is crap. Anyway, I'm going to assemble this, put it up, and we'll be back soon. And we're back with better lighting. So first up is the Spirit of Saturn, the brass and copper with the new old stock gloss black blades, the gold Saturn rings on the tip. I also polished up this light kit real good, took it all apart, cleaned up in there. It is just gorgeous. That peach glass, really pretty how that looks. Almost reminds me of the translucent brown blades on like 1980s Galaxy and Lasco desk fans, oscillating fans, which I also collect and like. So we've got this looking great. Swap the blade irons down to the bottom side of the blades for a little variety. So I got to enjoy it the other way for a while. Now I get to enjoy it this way. So let's go ahead and demo this. Excuse me, Bomber. using the built-in IntelliTouch demo function, which is going to be fan, light, fan, light, fan on the IntelliTouch wall control. Let's do that. Fan, light, fan, light, fan. All right, there it goes. Dimming that halogen bulb up to full brightness. Might be hard to tell because the camera auto adjusts brightness levels. Just going through the speeds. It's really nice how the gold stripes at the end of the blades, those lines complement the lines on the side band of the motor housing. This would have been an absolutely breathtakingly space-age thing in the 1980s, this level of computerization and electronic control in a ceiling fan. This is nuts. Okay, so now it's resetting. It's going to go through its cycle again, so we're going to go ahead and take it out of the cycle. Let's go ahead and shut that off. So I have it turned on to the lowest speed and the lowest light setting, which is how I normally run it in daytime and nighttime, actually. It's sort of how I keep this fan all the time. It's a really pretty aesthetic low. IntelliTouch is a 6-speed system, so this is the 6th slowest speed. Really pretty. Those gloss black blades are just gorgeous. I gotta say, God bless eBay, man. Everything here is from eBay. The blades, the fan, the light kit. I got a lot of cool stuff. I've been using eBay since 1998, and I've gotten a lot of cool stuff on there over the years. And one thing I didn't notice until I put that Panama up last night is that now I've got 2 fans with the exact same vents, because the Spirit of Saturn is just a Panama in a dress. So now we've got those same vents back to back on 2 Casablancas. So let's come in now and look at the new 4-speed one that I put up last night. So we've got this is from late 2008, it was made in December 2008. This is the XLP 2000 stack motor. It's a Chinese knockoff K55. These are the teak blades, not the ones that came with the fan, but this is the finish that's shown in the catalog, and I like it better. The ones that came with the fan were oil rub bronze, and I thought it would be weird to have the blades be the exact same color as the blade irons and the fan body with no contrast. So I went with the catalog blades, not with four blades, of course, and then this is also a new old stock matching Casablanca light kit. With just a generic round globe, I think, from Home Depot. So we got the, there's that stack motor. So I will say, this fan made me very happy and very sad at the same time. Let's go ahead and spin it up to high here. So the great thing about this fan is that they make it essentially the same in 2008 as they did in 1998 or 1988 or almost 1978. I mean, the quality of this fan, it's amazing that you could buy this in the 21st century. Everything is built the same as Casablanca used to build them. Even inside of the switch housing, they're still using the same printed circuit board with the same big yellow polypropylene capacitors, series of resistors. I mean, it's like exactly the same guts and innards as a fan from the 80s, which is great. That made me very happy. Let's go ahead and take it down one click. It's a 4-speed fan, so we're gonna take it from speed 1 down to speed 2 now, which could be medium high. But the sad thing about it is that they don't make them anymore. This is 2021 now. This is a 13-year-old new in the box fan. And unfortunately, while nowadays I would have the money to buy as many of these as I wanted if they still made them, in 2008 I was a broke kid. I didn't have anything. I just had to look at them and I couldn't buy any. So unfortunately they were really gone before my time, but I think it's a shame that Casablanca and Hunter united to form the biggest turd of a ceiling fan company they possibly could. This was really great engineering. This is just a gorgeous fan. And I understand that it was probably the Great Recession that killed this. I mean, coming out in late 2008, this was probably the end of the line for this kind of craftsmanship and price level, because it seems like every time we get hosed with an economic downturn, we come back a little less strong and a little less wealthy than before, with a little less of a middle class. And it's just not a lot of people that can afford. I mean, if you had to buy this fan new nowadays, it'd probably be $600-700, $800, and a lot of people just, who's gonna spend that on a ceiling fan? Let's go ahead and go down to the 3rd speed, medium low. Now, my one real complaint about this fan, the one thing that Casablanca really cheaped out on that is not the same as the old fans, is the pull chain switches. They used to use high-end pull chain switches. You know, for a while it was Leviton switches, for a while it was arcless switches. These are, I believe, Jinyu. They're some sort of Chinese switch, and they're very janky. Like they're not smoothed properly inside the finials, so when you pull on the chain, it's just a very, you know, you have to pull hard, and it fights you, and then when it finally comes, you feel like you're gonna break. It's not that smooth luxury experience that you get from the Leviton and the arcless chains, and that you expect for this price point for a Casablanca product. So that's a corner they really cut. This is essentially the exact same cheap plastic Chinese piece of shit pull chain that you would get in a $20 Walmart fan, and that is unacceptable. In a world where Leviton is still in business, and they are, this was an unacceptable corner to cut. And it's odd that they would still make a K55 style motor with a rubber flywheel, but not have the additional, what, 50 cents, dollar that it would take to upgrade to a better pull chain on a $700 ceiling fan. I mean, something about that is just unacceptable. It would be like going to the Mercedes dealership and having to pay $75,000 of your favorite hard-earned dollars for a brand new Mercedes-Benz, and they gave you some Honda Civic rims or something. I don't know, it just... unacceptable corner to cut. But that's really my only complaint with this fan. Other than that, this is an absolute piece of masterwork craftsmanship, and I would say it's just as good as any of the ones that I've unboxed from the 90s and the 80s. I really like this fan, outside of that pull chain situation. Let's go down to the 4th speed, which is going to be low. I do think that the low could be lower. If you're going to have a 4-speed fan, to me the whole point is to have an aesthetic low, and I feel like this fan doesn't. I also feel like that janky pull chain switch heard me talking about it and refused to actually register that click. Let's try one more time. If it doesn't shut off, I did it right. All right, so there we go. That's its low. That's the thing. Its low is still 60 RPMs. This is the low that you would get from a 3-speed spinner motor fan, which to me defeats the purpose of A, having 4 speeds, and B, having a stack motor K55 style fan in the first place. I do like that this looks almost like a brown 1895 series a little bit. It definitely has a vintage flair. One thing I notice that's different is that this fan goes the 4 speeds from highest to lowest, which is the opposite of most Casablancas that traditionally started on low and got higher with each click of the pull chain. But so yeah, that's pretty much it. We got the Panama going on right there, and the Saturn with a much more aesthetic low. That is a proper aesthetic low from classic Casablanca days. This is a way too fast low. This is just gorgeous with these glossy black blades and that nice peach. I love how the brass motor housing looks through the peach glass. That is gorgeous. So that's the update. Changed out one fan and updated another. And hope you guys are having a good Sunday morning. Take it easy.